Okay, so let's review what we have on tap. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, just looking back at the week, make sure you have done your discussion questions that are in here. I'm getting ready today when I'm done with my meetings. I'm going to go through and update my checklist and put grades in. If you've done them, again, in light of our conference tomorrow, just again, same thing as first block, this block, I just go through from day one, click, click, click through each page. Make sure you haven't accidentally missed a discussion here or there before we have our meeting. So this one is, and again, I was thinking about the American Creed and this, I believe, are a little similar, yes and no. I mean, you're writing about personal experience, but the one is more from last block is related to like America and anything about the country and as it relates to you, your future. This one, because we're kind of drawing on our little 1 week quickie history lesson on broadcasting and Edward R. Murrow being the father of broadcasting, and kind of going off his this, I believe, in his the stories he did with regular Americans around the country. So that's I wanted to make that distinction because even in my mind, I caught myself a couple times like interchanging them a bit. So what I want you to do, and I'm going to do a sample of this one because we're starting out, this one's starting out written, but next week, after I grade these, you're going to record a visual. Don't get scared. But even if it's just like this on front of your computer to practice like the broadcast aspect. So this will be kind of your first multimedia video. So I am going to post a sample of one. I'm actually going to pull a piece that I wrote several years ago, and it was actually my last Emmy nomination, and it was I was super proud because I was nominated for an Emmy just for my writing, and that it was really cool. It was a blog I had when I was at Channel 36, Michelle's dog blog. I'm going to go dig that up, and I'm going to use that as my example for you all. So I will be posting that here. I should have that posted by tomorrow. So hopefully that'll help you. Because this one, again, you're telling a story. That just tell a story. Okay, so maybe it is a something funny, a funny memory that you have, or a story about some personal growth, or think in terms of stories. Again, because I think a lot of times people are like, I don't have a story. Yeah, you do. Everyone has a story. And my example I'm going to show you is about, I had a dog years ago. His name was George, and he got cancer. And of course, everyone's like, oh, you got to put your dog down. Well, he was only 5.5, and he wasn't acting sick at all. Like they totally just found the lumps on him. He had lymphoma during a regular checkup, and he didn't act sick. He was great. So he ended up getting chemotherapy for 3 years. And so I started this dog blog, and and then when he passed, I just kind of had all these emotions, and I just kind of wrote I just sat one day and I wrote this blog and just spoke from the heart, and ended up getting nominated for an Emmy for writing for that. So that's what I'm looking for you to do. Again, just as I said last blog, you're not doing your little formal English class writing, okay? We're telling our own stories, and we're writing from the heart, okay? So again, brevity, less is more in my class. When I say less is more, you're saying more stuff, but in fewer words. And there's a skill and an art to that, and you're going to learn it as you go. So don't get too intimidated by that. But all it really does is helps you to choose your words and communicate better, and that makes us all better communicators. I think, I don't remember if I named that that particular dog blog, but if it might sometimes helps if you have a title. Be positive. You know, we don't want to hear what you don't believe. This is what you will believe. And that's why when I was looking over this, I'm like, oh my gosh, that dog blog I wrote years ago fits this assignment. So that's why I'm going to share that with you. Make it about you, first person. So that's going to be really weird. I think it is, being used to a more formal way of writing. We talk in first person. Don't feel, well, you might feel weird, but don't, of writing I feel or I or when I mean, that's how you're going to do that. And that's a-okay. It makes it better. So speak in the first person. So, and then again, in preparation for what I'm going to have you do with this next week, go ahead and read it out loud in your room, whatever, read it out loud, listen to what you've written. And I still do that when I write for Tops and Lex magazine, that and not even so much for the content, but just to catch mistakes. Because when I read it out loud, I'll catch grammar mistakes, or, you know, like when you hear it, 'cause sometimes when you're just writing, it just comes out, but then, you know, you need to hearing it. Susie, totally understand your connection is slow. I'm having the same problem. When y'all on break, I was loading the recording of our Zoom, and my internet was just, so completely understand. And that's fine if to help it to not have your video or image up today, because sometimes that helps, but thank you for letting me know. Okay, so here are, again, I always like to provide y'all samples of things, be it from me or from someone else, because sometimes just, you know, we get our inspiration from others. Same with videos. Yeah, I'm going to really encourage you all to hush. I'm going to, terriers, they bark. I'm going to encourage you all, even with videos, that you get inspiration by watching others. So here are some samples. Here's 30 things I believe: being content with myself, flexibility to survive. Maybe you even use what we're going through right now as a reflection of how you've learned to adapt, or how you're not adapting because it stinks. Triumph of kindness, find a good frog. That's a title that kind of makes me curious. And then the real me. So again, just examples to help inspire you. The rubric I've got started. I'm going to go in here and add to the marks here, but and put longer descriptions, but that is in the works. So what did I put for your deadline? September 21st. So that would be Monday. Again, I encourage you to get it done before then. The sooner you get it done, the sooner I can grade it, and you can move on to the next element, which I want to show you, just hopefully get you excited here. Where are we? Okay, there we go. Well, let me go to agenda reminders before I jump ahead to next week. So I put this in just as much for me as for you. Reminders, conference day tomorrow, and some of the times are, because I have each of y'all's, you know, staggered. So some of them are coming into this time block. Again, review, I already told you this, but a reminder: review all Canvas work, make sure it's completed, and we'll discuss it. And again, just a chance to chat. So please make sure you tune in for your assigned Zoom. Now, I am going to show you this because I'm going to go ahead and publish it for next week. I'm going to publish this today, in case. I would ask that you go ahead and join. I'm trying to get these accounts set up. So this is while we are, and this is applying a more like, Gabriel, I know you already have Adobe Premiere Pro, so you don't have to worry about, you don't sign up for this because you've got Adobe Premiere Pro, okay? And Tristan, I still need to, for the time being, Tristan, you might want to get this, but I still want to try to get you a computer if I can, to get you on that. But in the meantime, y'all, WeVideo, this is while we are remote before you're in the classroom and on our computers. I will say I checked with the district yesterday. We are getting home access for everyone to have Adobe, but they have been so busy getting hotspots set up that setting up these Adobe accounts has not happened yet, but they said hopefully in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, and this is a great beginner way to start, is WeVideo. Has anyone used this before in any other classes? You can hit yes or no in the chat. And that's okay if you haven't, because I suspect a lot of you might be, this is your first time to even be editing, which is great. So if you can, I'm going to publish this. Oops. And if you can follow the instructions of how to join, set up your WeVideo account. I've walked you through it, and here's the next page. There's a join code right here. That'll help you join, and then you will see there's a link here, which is a very, very short video. It doesn't even have audio. It's just walking you step by step of how to join. So I'm publishing this for two reasons. One, I really want everyone to get those accounts set up. So you're in my classroom for the video editing. And again, this is while we're remote. It's a video editing program that's web-based. So it works on a Chromebook. So if you are working on a Chromebook, this will allow you to edit, because otherwise, like Adobe, you cannot load on a Chromebook. You can't load any software on a Chromebook. But here are the tutorials. I would like you all to just and you can see they're short, 1 minute. Just familiarize yourself with what the program is. So the reason I'm publishing these now, even though it's for next week, I want you to set up your accounts. So we're prepared. So next week when we start getting into stuff, that you've got these accounts ready. And then two, hopefully you're excited about this aspect, and you'll start looking at it like, ooh, we like want to play with the stuff. Just get familiar with it, play around with it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and publish that, so you can just kind of get a feel for it, maybe over the weekend if you're homebound and feeling bored, to do that. So that's, here we go, WeVideo. So again, that's for next week, but I'm going ahead and publishing that so you can look ahead. And I'm not going to publish this quite yet because I want to do my sample, but that's another reason I want y'all to look at the WeVideo, because you might want to use the WeVideo to do this I believe. And again, I hinted that you're turning your This I Believe essay into a little, I'm going to call it a little broadcast, but you verbally giving your, I don't want to call it a speech, but your This I Believe. Okay. So with that, I want to open it up to any questions about what the expectations are today, for the rest of the today and tomorrow, and WeVideo. Any questions about any of that? Good morning, Ms. Jones. Any questions from anyone? You can type it in the chat if you're having slow, crazy internet. If you don't have any questions, again, conferences are tomorrow, and that might be beneficial. You might want to look through the WeVideo. That way, if you're having trouble joining, then we can screen share and we can work through it tomorrow. It's pretty easy. There were several different ways to join, and determined that this join code was the easiest way to do it. The others were kind of complicated, actually. So, okay. Well, y'all, if there are not any questions, I want to release you early because I want you to use your time. You're sitting in front of your computer. You're still, if you were Eastside, you'd be at school right now. So if I were you, use your time wisely, good time management. Work on your two short little assignments from first block and second block. Do as I say, not as I do. Do not, even though your deadline is Sunday for one and Monday for the other, do as I say, not as I do. Don't procrastinate. Getting things in ahead of deadline is always great. And I wish I just turned 50 and I'm still trying to work on those skills myself. So I highly encourage you to get those done. And then it's not hanging over your head too. And then two, here's another thing that keep this in mind for tomorrow. If you need help writing or help, that's something we can discuss. I love writing is my thing. And if you need help, like, hey, Ms. Roush, I'm working on my disbelief, but here I'm having trouble saying, sometimes we know what we want to say, but we have trouble putting it into words. So I can help you with that tomorrow too. So that's another incentive to be working on your 2 assignments from first and second block, is I can help you with it tomorrow if you're struggling. Okay. Oh, I see it. We have one chat here, one question. You think okay, yes, Susie, I'm going to be going through all the assignments today and adding to my checklist prior to our conferences, and I absolutely will. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all, if you do not have any other questions, again, I'm as I say, I'm here all day. Pop-ins. I had someone yesterday, I was sitting here and I heard my little doorbell ring for Zoom, and so if you need me, I'm here today. As long as I'm not in, the Zoom will tell you if it has a little thing. It'll tell you if I'm in another Zoom, but email, check in with me, send a chat on Zoom. I'll be here. If not, I will see you all tomorrow morning for your scheduled one-on-one conferences. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.
I had a question.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Was the student we have an appointment with tomorrow, he wasn't in class earlier?
He was in first block, yes.
He was in first block?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty.
All right. Thank you. And I will see you later today and tomorrow in the conference.
You will.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.